Hello everyone and happy Monday. It's time for another episode of Mark's Monday Minutes in Portland Real Estate, and it is the week of January 30th. Monday, January 30th, the last Monday in January. I have your three takeaways this week. First of all, once again, the sellers are moving out ahead of the sellers. They're outpacing them from the starting line. Second point is price adjustments. We're seeing them this week on older listings. And point number three, supply and demand still absolutely defines the market. There is no crash in our foreseeable future. Let me explain. Let's get started. First, today's active total listings in Portland, 2,672. We have been declining since January 1st when we were at about 3,000. Now we're down to 2,672. So we're down about 10% from where we were just 4 weeks ago. There were 325 new listings this week, down from 372 last week. The number of pending homes has gone up, 395, so we're seeing more homes selling than are available each new week. So by default, that allocation, the abundance, the supply of homes available is decreasing. The number of sold homes, 182. Those homes were put in market the last week of December. Absolutely expect that. We're going to see that number of sold homes over the past 30 days start to tick up now as we get into February for the transactions that went into place at the beginning of January. The number of homes with a price adjustment, 575 of those 2,672. Interestingly enough, and those are homes in the last 45 days. In the last week, 180 of those were price adjustments, again, on older homes. We'll get to that in point number two. The number of coming soon no showings, we're at 21, same number we were last week. Those are homes that will come available in the next 3 weeks. If you're interested in getting a preview, an early look, talk to me, I can help you. The number of homes sold in the last 30 days, 899. Okay, that's consistent. We've been declining as well. We were up over 1,000 just 2 weeks ago. We're 1,100 in fact, so continues to decline. Again, typical of this month, this December lag. The number of lockbox showings has gone up. It's gone up 69% in the last 4 weeks. What do I mean? 15,400 lockbox activity hits in the last 4 weeks. Lots of buyers and buyers agents out there, folks. They're looking. So sellers, get your home on the market. Now let's talk about the 4-car garage homes. There are currently 86 homes in the Portland metropolitan area with a 4-car garage or larger, of which 24 are in that under $1 million category. That's right, those are the affordable garage homes. This is a drop. We were up at 94 just 2 weeks ago. So we're dropping down in the number of multi-million-dollar homes. And yet the number of available homes under $1 million with a 4-car garage has been holding consistently at 23, 24, 23, 24. Excuse me, right in that steady level. So there's a decent supply. In fact, about 3 months worth of supply at current closure rates for those homes. Number of new listings in the last week with a 4-car garage, 2 of them, both of them under $1 million. The number of pending homes in the last week with a 4-car garage, 6, of which 3 were under $1 million. The number of sold in the last week, 2 of them, with both of them being under $1 million, right around the $800,000 level for both of those. The number of homes in that 4-month sold category, four garage homes sold in the last 30 days, we're at 13, 8 of which were below $1 million. All right, let's get to those 3 takeaways. As I said, first of all, buyers are continuing to outpace the sellers at this point. They have moved ahead of sellers away from the start line for 23. How do we know that? Well, again, just at the beginning of January 1st, that week that ended January 1st, we had 9,125 RMLS lockbox triggers during that week, compared to now last week we had 15,479. This is a 69.6, 70% bump in the number of lockbox activity, lockbox access points. It's buyers out there as well as the buyers' agents doing inspections. So activity is ramping up. If you're a seller, you're lagging. You better put on your running shoes and take off down the path. How do you do that best? Talk to me. I can get you there. Second point, price adjustments on last year's properties. We are seeing price adjustments. As I said, there were 575 price adjustments in the last 45 days. Of these, 180 came in the last week. The week before that, there was just 155. Before that, 109. And the week before that, 78. And the first week of January, only 28 listings had a price adjustment. So what does this mean? This means that listings that were in place last year that were still on the market, we've now taken 4 weeks for those sellers to wrap their heads around going, yeah, I think I need to do something to refresh my listing, and a new price is the most likely result. Now, maybe they were a bit overpriced to begin with. I would argue this is not a sign of distress of these properties at all. It's not that these homes are not selling. They were probably just a bit optimistically priced that given the slowdown from September through December, they were perhaps priced above where the market was tracking, and now they're hoping to bring it down. Now, interestingly enough, this brings up point number 3. The 2008 crash was a crash due to abundance and poor lending behavior. Those 2 reasons. Why am I saying that supply and demand now is going to keep our market on a steady course where those overpriced listings and the market are absolutely going to run in parallel? Why do I say that? Because back in 2008 in January, and in fact also in January of 2009, interesting, the same number, we had 14,000 homes for sale in the Portland metropolitan area. 14,000. Compare this back to what we had the start of this January of 23, 3,000. 3,000. That's 21% of that previous number. So our challenge, our burden, the underlying reason for so much of the struggle in the Great Recession, the Great Depression, recession as we called it, in 2008 and into 2009 was an abundance of homes for sale, not a scarcity, which is what we're experiencing now. Even if we doubled the number of homes in the market right now, we'd be up to 6,000. That'd be just fine, because then as a buyer, you have more choice, and I think the activity would be there. The buyers are already looking, folks. So as a seller, if you're dragging your feet, you're missing the boat. That's it for this week. Have a wonderful week. I'll look forward to you next week. Take care.